This is one of the most important videos and subjects that you will ever hear. For this subject will determine your eternal destiny, dealing with the mark of the beast. And I encourage you, friends, to make certain that you are sealed with the seal of the living power and avoid at all costs the mark of the beast. What is the mark of the beast? Before we delve into this very important subject, we want to also encourage you to take the key ingredient to understanding any scripture, and that is the spirit of truth. In understanding the mark of the beast, we first must understand what and who is the beast. Daniel 7:17 and Daniel 7:23 tells us that a beast is a king and a kingdom. And the definition of kingdom is a state or government. A state or government having a king or queen at its head is one definition. In essence, a beast is a kingdom or a government. In Daniel chapter 2, contrasting that with Daniel chapter 7, it's a beautiful illustration of this fourth beast, which is likened to iron. And these four beasts represent the four kingdoms, starting with the kingdom of Babylon, then the kingdom of Medo-Persia, the kingdom of Greece, and the kingdom of Rome, which is again considered the fourth kingdom. Now, the interesting thing about this kingdom of Rome is that the kingdom of Rome is the kingdom that we're dealing with even today. For ancient Rome was succeeded by papal Rome. As a matter of fact, the official title of the Caesars in ancient Rome was Pontificus Maximus. It's the very same title that this modern Rome goes by. As a matter of fact, the Pope is referred by that very same name. Papal Rome takes the place of ancient Rome in Daniel chapter 7 and verse 7. And after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and it strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and it devoured and brake in pieces, and stomped the residue of with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. So this beast was different than Babylon, Medo-Persia, and Greece, and it had 10 horns. And those horns represent those powers that would succeed and be a part of this beast. In Daniel chapter 7 verse 19, then I, Daniel speaking, would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse or different from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, with whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devour and break in pieces and stamp the residue with his feet, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. And I beheld, and the same horn or power made war with the saints, the Most High's chosen people, and prevailed against them. Very, very interesting. As we look at Daniel chapter 7 verse 22, and this prevailing according to scripture lasts until the Ancient of Days. The Father came and judgment was given to the saints, or the Israelites, of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. And these are very interesting clues, all fitting descriptions of our experience in this system today. And one other aspect that we're told of this beast, of this horn that is a continuation of this beast, is that it's characterized by blasphemy. And in Mark chapter 2 verse 5 we read, when Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the sick of palsy, Son, thy sins be forgiven thee. And the scribes and the Pharisees, and according to Luke 5:25, begin to reason, saying, who is this which speaketh blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God alone? And in John 10:33, Jesus answers, saying, for a good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy, and because thou, being a man, makest thyself God. So we see, according to Scripture, blasphemy is when a man claims, or a power, organization claims to forgive sins. Also, when a man claims to make himself God. There's only one power and one power alone that makes these boast, and that is Papal Rome, or the Roman Catholic Church. And this power has made many claims in its official documents to both forgive sins and to be God on earth.
Bush has a special relationship with this Pope. He said in a public interview once that when he looks into the eyes of Benedict XVI, he sees God.
And I'm going to remind his Holy Father how important his voice is, and making it easier for politicians like me to be able to kind of stand and defend our positions that are, I think, very important positions to take.
Mr. President, final question.
Yes, sir.
You said famously, when you looked into Vladimir Putin's eyes, you saw his soul.
Yeah.
When you look into Benedict XVI's eyes, what do you see?
God.
Good way to end the interview.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.